Hi there and welcome to our new home. Come inside. No, this is not our new home. This is the Art Nouveau Museum in Budapest. Budapest, where already a lot of our journeys began. And the last massive journey started just here, in this wonderful museum, 2 years ago. As both of us like the style, architecture and craftsmanship of this era a lot, we visited this exhibition located in a lovely gilded era mansion. And while we walked through this house, or villa as we would call it here, we just imagined how life would be if we'd live in a beautiful building like this. Big rooms, high ceilings, parquet flooring, original features everywhere. Friends and family coming and visiting for the holidays, and the both of us in the middle of everything, entertaining guests. I think it was just one day later when the decision has been made to take the step and search for a new old house that one day we can call home. Luckily enough, 15 years ago we bought an investment property in the heart of Berlin. Right before property prices went through the roof in the German capital. And while the prices went up like crazy in Berlin, they went down on the countryside. This gave us a lot of financial scope for a proper house hunt. Like everybody, we went on the internet for house hunting, and we did it a little bit upside down because firstly we just looked for houses we simply just liked. Afterwards we tried to find out a little bit more about the city they are located in, and as a third step we looked for job opportunities in this area, and then we just made appointments for a house viewing. And the first house that we found on the internet was this one here. A 240 square meters or 2,600 square feet Art Nouveau building with 4 bedrooms on 1,200 square meters plot of land. This is what it looks from the garden side, or yard, as you call it in the US. This is the entrance hall, where you can find all the Art Nouveau features that we were looking for, like the newel posts, the floor tiles, or the ceiling rose. The industrial parquet flooring and the fireplace, of course, were not original to the house and would have needed to be replaced. Everything else was original. Unfortunately, the central heating was original as well, another additional cost. By the way, these kitchen cabinets are just fake, made out of cardboard for staging. Here in Germany it is quite common that people take the kitchens with them when they move out, and you have to buy a new one when you move in. So, if this 4-bedroom house has a living space of 240 square meters, or 2,600 square feet, how come that I already call it a villa? Well, here in Germany, the average size of a new built family house is 150 square meters. That's just 1,600 square feet. While over there in the US, the average new build is 250 square meters or 2,700 square feet. That's 65% bigger. Therefore, for German standards, this house deserves the title villa. So we launched a bit, taking into account that we still had to invest some money into this building. As I said, the central heating, the kitchen, and on top of this, literally the roof had to be redone in the long run. So we calculated something like 100 or 150,000 on top. That's why we gave quite a conservative offer. And somebody offered more, and in the same minute the house was gone. Anyway, a lesson learned and life or house hunting goes on. A week later we found this gem on the internet. And although it's not really Art Nouveau, but much older, we thought we should have a closer look and arranged a viewing. The house was in perfect condition and offered almost too much space for us. 7 bedrooms in total. 390 square meters living space on 4 floors. New plumbing, heating and electrics. The asking price was around 700,000 euros. Although this building really ticked all the boxes and was definitely worth its money, we decided against it because as an investment in this area it is quite hard to resell buildings like these. The property prices in this area are going down and will go even further down. It's in the southeast of Germany. And if we invest so much money in this area without the guarantee that one day we will get our money back or at least the same amount, was a little bit too risky, and that's why we decided against it. But just a couple of weeks later, we found the one and only. This 6-bedroom manor house from 1880. Do you know this feeling when you're entering a house and you immediately feel at home, although it's not yours? That's exactly how we felt when viewing this property. This house wrapped its walls around us like a blanket on a cold evening. Everything was perfect. We agreed on that same day with its current owners on the price. As well, we negotiated to buy most of their furniture as it was perfect in taste and style. 2 days later, every detail was discussed and the contract ready to sign. Until on Christmas morning, we received an email saying that they found other buyers and that they are going to sell their house to this couple. As you can imagine, this was quite a bummer and we were really disappointed. And even when we asked them how much money do the others offer, can we place a second offer, can we renegotiate? They just said, no, we have an appointment tomorrow at the notary's office and we will sign the contract with the others and you are out. Yeah, as I said, quite a big disappointment under the Christmas tree. But anyway, life goes on. After seeing those 3 objects now with these lovely old features and high ceilings and parquet flooring and original features, you might ask yourself now, okay, how come that in the end you end up in a modern house like this? I mean, our house that we finally bought is from 2004, so it's 21 years old now, which is nothing compared to the others. Let me tell you the entire story. As I said, we fell in love with the previous house, and on top of this we fell in love with the city it's located in, because this city is 50 kilometers away from the town where I was born, so it's 50 kilometers away from family and friends. My mother still lives there, my siblings with their families live there, so it is quite convenient. And on top of this, this city is directly on the train connection between Berlin and Amsterdam. So we can go via train non-stop to Berlin. Well, actually not non-stop, but we don't have to change trains. So it is 3 hours or 3.5 hours to Berlin by train. And we can go from this city directly to Amsterdam Airport, which is next to London, the biggest airport here in Europe with international connections. And this takes something like 2.5 hours. So it is quite convenient here at this location, and the city itself is lovely, is really, really nice. And after viewing this house, we decided, okay, let's go for it and let's buy the modern one, the new build. It is definitely, compared to other modern houses here, it is quite big, quite luxurious. So it ticks at least one box. So it's a big house. And I always say, well, the other house would have been a love match, and this is, well, a marriage of convenience. I mean, of course, it is much more energy efficient, and therefore, in the end, it's much cheaper to run a house like this compared to the others. But anyway, let me just show you this new house, because I've got some pictures for you, and yeah. This is the main living area with dining room to the right and living room to the left. Although this house is, as I said, more or less a new build, we are planning to add some classic features to it to make it more fitting to our taste. For example, these outdated ceramic tiles will be replaced by herringbone parquet flooring, as well as we are thinking of adding wooden paneling to the walls. This is the sunroom attached to the kitchen, a nice space for breakfast in spring or autumn. There is a funny story to this garden shed. The previous owner built it just to see his illuminated Porsche parked in it from the living room at night. This is the library. The entire building is quite bright inside due to 56 windows in total. I think we are going to add a mantel to this fireplace as well. In the long run, we are planning to replace this outdated kitchen furniture as well, but due to cost reasons, this will be a project for the more distant future. But at least we've already changed these fake leather chairs. Upstairs there are 5 bedrooms. This will become my office. Directly next to my office will be Laszlo's office / man cave / atelier. The view is even nicer. The ugly laminated flooring on this floor, of course, has to go and will be replaced by oak parquet flooring. This room will become a guest bedroom. Unfortunately, the ugliest rooms in this house are the bathrooms. They all look a little bit like the foyer of the New York Trump Tower, but without its golden escalators, of course. This used to be a nursery and office later on and will become a walk-in closet. And this will be the main bedroom. Renovation in progress. And the ensuite as well, in Trump style. And now I can see you all sitting in front of your devices asking yourself, hey André, what about the tiny house? Yeah, I heard you. So the tiny house still exists, and believe it or not, I will finish the tiny house. But nevertheless, the tiny house is 450 or 500 kilometers away from here. which is, I don't know what it is in miles, but it is quite far away. It's quite a distance. But the idea is to finish the house, but because of the distance, I can't be there every weekend and work on the tiny house. But in summertime, as you might know as a teacher, I have quite a long summer break, so there are chances to finish the tiny house, and I will switch in my episodes from here at this house, renovating this house, and finishing the tiny house. So you don't have to say goodbye to the tiny house as of yet. And as I said, it's a renovation channel, it's not a house hunting channel. So at least let me show you our first step or the first renovations that we did. To be honest, this is quite old footage, as you can tell by the different length of my hair. But it was our intention to move into this house first and experience living in it for a while before we start renovating room by room. We hoped to get inspirations for each room simply just by using them. Only when we experience how we use each room, we know how to decorate it. And therefore, we need a blank canvas, which meant the ugly red and grey in the living room had to go.
I can't let you go, baby. I just wanna tell you that. No, 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 no. Yeah.
Hi there and welcome back and welcome Echo. So today we are starting with the living room renovation, and first of all we have to get rid of the red wall color, the red and the grey. So let's get started.
All of my friends say, girl, you better take care, 'cause that man is trouble, you best beware. And go deep down, I know I might be headed for teardrops.
Next to his Porsche, the previous owner was very much into electrics and technical gadgets. Our breaker box looks like the control center of an atomic power plant. Bathrooms like the tram tower, breaker boxes like the power plant. What sounds as if we do not like the house is just joking. I mean, we like the house already, but we still got to make it more ours. And this is what this channel will be all about in the future. Follow us, or mostly me, while we renovate this house to become our home. Watch how we try to add classic character to a modern house without Disneyfication. I mean, after all, this is not an old chateau in France, it's just a new build in the German countryside. So now I painted all the corners with this small paint roller. And right now, this is where the fun part starts. Now it's time for the big boys. It's the next day, and after 2 coats of paint, everything is nice and white and shiny again, and waiting for the final coat of paint. So, if you are interested in this reno process and are not already a subscriber, feel free to press the like and subscribe button and activate the bell for notifications, so you won't miss out my next episode where I turn this ugly green hell into our new bedroom. See you all next time. Until then, stay safe and stay healthy.